Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Court calls the case, People versus Scott Cornelius.
National Line of People.
Yeah, I see. Somebody's bringing him the Zoom. So
Maybe over here. Have a seat here.
go ahead, counsel. Can you state your appearance? Mr. Brown?
Arthur Brand appearing on behalf of Scott Cornelius. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor. Or sir. Good morning, Your Honor. Saying good. I'm saying good morning to myself because nobody did this, including my staff. Thank you. Thank you, Trav. All right. All right. What are we doing on this case today?
Well, we've received all the discovery.
All right.
I have not received the plea offer in this case, so I guess we would have to set a trial date unless we get a
Well,
plea
you can
offer.
set a trial date, or you can try to communicate with Ms. Lundy and see if you guys want to work it out, or otherwise I'll set it for trial. I'll
That's fine,
do what
Judge.
you guys want me to do, but I'll give you time to talk to each other.
That's fine.
Okay, then I'll adjourn this January 22nd, 2025, 9
Not
a.m.
Not available on at that time, that date.
All right. February 5th.
February 5th is fine, Judge.
February 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will continue and get in touch with Miss Lundy and see if you guys can work this out.
Your Honor, I put my email address in the chat. That's the best way to get a hold of me. So, Mr. Bragg can feel free to use that.
I couldn't hear her, Judge. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. She put her email address in the chat. And so that's the best way to get in touch with her.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right, thank you. Bond continued if I didn't say so. Court calls the case, People versus Lori Anderson.
National Line of People. Sorry, Your Honor.
Got it.
Morning,
What's your name?
Lori Anderson.
All right. This is an arraignment.
Yes.
All right. All right, Ms. Anderson, you are before the court on a complaint that alleges that on November 16, 2024, at the location of 2459 Chantey Court, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, that you did commit an assault and or an assault and battery upon a Marcos Lescano, contrary to Michigan statutes. Do you understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Yes, I guess.
You understand what you're charged with? I'm
Yeah.
not asking whether you did it or not. I'm
Okay,
just saying,
okay.
you understand what you're charged with.
Yes,
All right. That's a misdemeanor and it is punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court cost. You understand that?
okay. Yes,
You understand that? All right. Thank you. Understanding all of that, my first question to you is, do you want to be represented by counsel?
yes.
It's a public defender case.
Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Anderson, we would waive further reading, stand mute, and ask for a pretrial date as well as a PR bond, please.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Matter pretrial will be adjourned to January 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will be set in the amount of a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Now, we'll order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of any weapons or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
I will also indicate that she is not to possess or consume any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. I am also going to order, is there any reason that you need to have any contact with Marcos Lascano?
I don't know where he is.
Okay, I'm going to order no contact with Marco Lascano. And is there any reason So you live at the Chanty Court address? Do the people see any reason why I would need, I mean, I don't, that individual does not reside at that address, or
No, thank God. I have no
is
idea.
that
I
the
don't want to.
people, hold on, ma'am. Is that the people's understanding?
Just double checking here, so we have one moment.
Yep.
My understanding is that person was a tenant of the defendant.
Racism.
And that is all the information I have.
That Lascano was a tenant of Ms. Anderson?
Yes, at that location on Shanty Court.
Okay. Is that correct, ma'am?
If I may, Your Honor, Ms. Anderson states that they did live together prior to this incident, but he no longer lives there, and apparently he moved out a few days after this alleged incident, and she does not know where he currently resides.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you rent that address, or is that,
I did
oh, you did?
a room,
Pardon?
sir, a room.
Okay. Oh, so you rented a room within that address?
Yes, yes, sir.
Are you still at that address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, at this point, without any further information, I'm not gonna enter a no-go to of any type. I'll just leave this where it is based upon those representations.
If we get other information from the named victim, we'll reach out to defense counsel in the court.
All right, very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Also, Ms. Anderson, a request that you had made regarding a form and identifying information was brought down to my office yesterday. Just so you know, without going into any detail on it, that form is not something that is generated by the court. So what I'm going to suggest that you do, if you want that changed, and that's important to you, if you want it changed, is to let your counsel know what it is and to contact the prosecutor's office. That's something generated, I think, by the prosecutor's office, but not by the court. Okay?
Yeah, okay. I
All
just
right.
felt that was a little bit racist, so.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Harley Hagan.
Ashley Lundy for the people.
Hello, come on up. Hello, what's your name?
Harley Hagan.
It's just an arraignment. So, ma'am, you are before the court on a 2-count complaint, both alleging the offense of assault and/or assault and battery. It is alleged that on November 3rd, 2024, at the location. Let's see the other form. Location of 5229 West Michigan Avenue, Lot 80, in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. Count 1 alleges that on that date, you did commit an assault and battery upon a Frederick Hagan Sr. Count 2 alleges that on that same date and at that same location that you committed an assault and battery upon a Frederick Hagan Jr. All right. Contrary to Michigan statutes. Do you understand what you were charged with, ma'am?
No, actually, I'm not sure why I was.
Well, hold
charged
on.
with it. Okay.
Just so that you understand what my question is. I'm not asking you whether or not you think you're properly charged. I'm not asking you whether or not you did it. I'm not asking anything along those lines.
Okay.
I'm just asking, do you understand what you are charged?
Yes.
You do? Okay, very good. On each of those offenses, those are misdemeanors. They're punishable by up to 93 days of jail, a $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. First question I have for you is, do you wish to be represented by counsel?
Yes.
Public defender, please.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms.
Yeah.
Hagan. We waive further reading, stand mute, and ask for another pretrial date, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to January 22nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. The bond in this case, I will set her bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. We'll order at this time the standard conditions no assaultive behavior, no possession of any weapons or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I will also order no possession or consumption of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. Now, is there any reason you need to have contact with either Frederick Senior or Junior?
I have not contacted them in months, sir.
Okay, that's not my
I have
question.
no reason.
That's not my question. Is there any reason you need to have contact with them?
No, sir.
All right. So I will order no contact with Frederick or, well, Frederick Hagan Senior or Frederick Hagan Junior. All right. Now, the other issue is the 5229 West Michigan Avenue, Lot 80. You reside there?
I used to, yes, sir.
Okay, that's no longer where you reside.
Yes, I reside.
Okay,
in Lot-
just hold on. To your knowledge, do these individuals reside at that address?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Do you live in the same complex?
Yeah, they forcefully kicked me out. And I live with my neighbor
How far away are they?
within 20 feet.
Your Honor, one issue I do want
I heard.
to.
Go ahead.
They do live in the same complex. They live about 20 feet away apart from each other.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that the court is aware for any,
Okay, yeah. Does that mean it's an adjoining lot?
We're in trailers, so
Yeah,
he's
no, I got you.
away.
Pardon?
He's across the way, so I can look at his house through my backyard. So he's less than 20 feet away from me.
It's okay,
Yeah.
but it's not like, is that lot connected to the lot you're on?
No, they're separate lots.
Oh, no. Okay, but do they have a same boundary?
Yes.
the backyard.
That's,
Yep, the backyard. Yep.
got it. That's what I just trying to figure out. All right.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay.
I would just ask that the court enter a no contact order, and I'll talk about, if they're with Ms. Hagan, if they're walking to their cars or, any details like that, just so she's clear about her expectations.
Well, I would order to go to lot 80.
That works too, yeah.
And that way she just has to make sure she knows where the boundaries are, and however you have to make sure that you go around it. I understand what may be a difficulty trying to maneuver, so. All right, so I will order that you do not enter or go to 5229 West Michigan, lot 8. All right, and I'm so your lot numbers, the address is the same, but your lot number is different. What lot number you now reside in?
Lot number 101.
So I'm going to indicate in the file to change lot number defendant to lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. It was nice of you to say thank you as parenting.
My mom taught me, right?
Huh? I know, but it's in like the past 4 or 5 months. There's been no thank you from her. Like you. Why are you looking at me like that, Landy? That's not true.
Not my recollection.
Fine.
Oh.
Wow.
So nice.
So everybody's gonna jump to parenting's defense. Big.
She's just so likable.
Court calls the case. People versus Shelley. Is it Hysick or Hussick? Height?
Ashley Lundy for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Your name?
Shelley Hike.
Hike. Yeah, I'll mess it up again. I'm sorry. All right. This is a arraignment. All right. Okay. It's like you are here today on a misdemeanor complaint that alleges that on or about September 7th, 2024, I-94 near State Street, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, that you did commit the offense of operating while intoxicated. Do you understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $500 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Court could also order your vehicle immobilized. Could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Understanding all of that, first question I have for you, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
I would like, please.
Oh, you're going to get back to, oh,
It's me again.
okay. All right, we'll see how this goes this time.
Good morning. It's the Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Hike. Your Honor, we waive further reading stand mute and ask for a pretrial date.
All right, defendant having waived from a reading standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be adjourned in this matter to January 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Alleged BSC in this matter.
.111.
Okay, any accident?
There was no crash, Your Honor. The defendant was stopped for alleged bad driving.
Got it.
Defendant has no history of OWIs.
I got it. Okay, thank you. Bond in this case will be set in the amount of $10,000 personal recognizance bond. I will order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of any weapons or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You are also at this time not to possess any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, Counsel?
Nothing from me, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Thank you.
Were there any testing or monitoring?
Given the levels, no past history, I'm not gonna do that. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
be consistent.
Okay.
Anyway. Thank you. Close case, People versus Noor Kasham.
Connor Sola on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
For cable.
This is separate. I don't have anything in here. Show cause. Oh, it is. I see what they did. Okay. Well, your name?
Oh, Sham.
All right. This is, you're here before the court on charge of operating an unregistered vehicle, which is a misdemeanor under local ordinance. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $100 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Correct.
All right. And you understand what you're charged with?
Yeah.
All right. Let me just also tell you, I told you, Mr. Kasham, that is alleged to have occurred on May 9th, 2024. Platte Road in Pittsfield Township. Do you understand that, sir?
Correct.
All right. First question I have for you is, do you want to be represented by an attorney on this?
I guess so.
Pardon?
No.
All right. What do you want to do on this case?
You get time served.
Well, let's do it. Are you in on anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I'm supposed to be seeing you on the 15th for a misdemeanor.
So you're on another, you got another case before me?
Yeah, with you, I believe it should be.
You see?
But it also has pending aggravated stalking. I believe, or it was pending.
He's got what? He's got a review here before me on the 15th.
Yes.
Okay. And then he has what else?
Circuit court case with Judge Funky. I'm not 100% sure what the charges are right now. It looks like it just pled. So I don't want to say something that's not accurate, but it was originally charged as aggravated stalking.
Got it. Okay. And you're being, that's the case the aggravated stalking is the case he's being held on? Is that?
Yeah.
Is it?
It
Yes.
looks like it.
Okay.
Should be
So
released.
I'm sorry,
Should be released then. It's final sentencing.
say again.
I should be released then. It should be the final sentencing on the 14th. And then right after I see you.
Okay, so you've got a sentencing on that case on the 14th. You think you'll be released on that date?
That's what I was
You gotta come in and see me on the 15th.
correct.
Okay, on your stalking case, are you represented by the PD's office?
No, Goldstein, David Goldstein.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the other case, which is a review, are you represented by the PD on that case?
Should be
No.
Goldstein, yeah.
Okay, let's,
I don't think he's probably unaware of this, or else he probably would have showed up today.
that's, okay. That makes sense to me. So let's do this. And what I'd rather do, you're entitled to represent yourself in plea, but you've got these other things going on. So what I'm going to suggest to you is I'm going to indicate that you're standing mute to these charges, not saying anything about them, and I'm enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, okay?
Thank you.
And then what I'm going to do is adjourn this out. Well, why don't that's a pretrial date, the 15th. Right? It's a sentencing date. Okay. So it's today and then the 22nd, right?
Yes.
So if he gets sentenced on that, comes to me for a review. So let me do this then. I'm going to adjourn this out to January 22nd, 2025 at 9. Let you be able to get to Mr. Goldstein, let him know that this is also pending,
Gotcha.
and then just try to do it that way. You follow what I'm trying to do, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
22nd?
Yeah, the 22nd at 9. Let me set your bond in this case. And so you're currently don't have a bond on the other case, or where are you with your bond on that? Do you?
No, I don't think so. I don't have bond.
Okay. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond at a 1,010%, so you'll get credit on this case.
Okay.
Okay. But what I will do, I'll explain your bond in a second, because I'm going to do something a little bit different.
Thank you.
Standard conditions, including no assault behavior, including no possession of weapons or anything fashioned to be a weapon, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, sir?
Sir.
All right. And then what I'm going to do is your bond's going to be $1,000, 10%. On the 15th of January, it will be converted to a PR 1,000. So if he's and the reason I'm doing that is so that if he's released on the 14th, this won't hold him.
Thank you.
All right. Hopefully it'll work. All right.
I hope so too.
All right. If for whatever reason something happens and they say they still need to hold you, get to Mr. Goldstein so
For
you
sure.
can get to us so we can get that corrected.
Hopefully not.
All right. Thank you,
Have a great
Mr.
day,
Ducent. You do the same. Court does call the case of the people versus, is it Soraya Streeter?
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Town.
You can come right out. Your name?
Soraya Streeter?
Okay. And Ms. Streeter, you are here in a violation or an offense or citation that alleges that you were operating a vehicle in violation of your instruction permit.
Yes, I had a,
Hold
I had a,
Hold on.
sorry.
Hold on. That's alleged to have occurred on January 29, 2024 at Oak Valley Drive in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan. Okay? You understand the nature of that charge?
Yes.
We don't get these much. Say 500,
Yes, 9,500.
9,500. It's a misdemeanor offense, punishable by up to 90 days, $500 fine plus court cost. Okay? All right. Now, my first question to you, because that was kind of an arraignment, in a certain respect, to let you know what you're charged with, maximum penalties. Do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is a public defender case.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Streeter, we would waive any further reading, stand mute, and ask for a pretrial date, please.
All right. Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, the court will enter a not guilty plea on the defendant's behalf. Since it appears that Ms. Streeter is a veteran of our court system, I can tell. Bless her heart. When she came here, she poked her head in the door. She wasn't sure she could stay in the room. And she walked out, and I had to send my bailiff out to make sure she didn't miss something. You're not a veteran of anything. I'm just joking.
No.
So, Ms. Streeter, let me ask you this. Do you have a license now?
I have one now, but I had a valid tips at the time of the incident. The problem was that when I had spoken with Secretary of State, they explained it wrong to me as to what I could and couldn't do with the tips. So I'd been under the wrong
All right,
impression.
hold on.
I do have one now, and I do have
Okay,
a copy of the old tips too.
You know what, Ms. Streeter was holding it all in when I told her to stop, and I could tell there was so much you wanted to tell me, which is why I said what I said. Okay. The reason I ask you that for a reason, because we may be able to resolve it today. I will tell you, I don't know, do I have? I do. And I will tell, well, why is it telling me that? When did you get your license?
I got the official license on the 5th. And then before that, I went on
January.
tips and then 2 tips.
Huh? You
The
got your
5th of
official-
December last month, I got my official license. And then before that, I had been operating on the 6-month tips from the beginning of last year to
Okay,
when I passed the physical test.
okay, hold on.
Sorry.
We run a new. I know, is that what the new ones are?
Because my old tips would have been expired now, but then my license should have been kicked in.
Could you get issued your license on the 5th?
I turned in the paperwork and everything to get it printed off and stuff with Secretary of State because I passed it with All Star.
Do you have your license now, like your physical?
No, I just got the state ID. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to bring. So I just brought like the old tips and
So do you have a valid driver's license right now?
yeah. Doesn't turn everything in. Not yet, no.
Okay, so here's,
Not yet, no, because I just changed my address.
it's so weird. So,
So it sounds like, Your Honor, I apologize. It sounds like, so Ms. Streeter turned everything in on the 5th to receive her license, and she has not since received anything else in the mail. So I do believe it sounds like she doesn't quite have her license yet, but might be about to get it.
got it. Okay, because. And what were you operating on before?
The tips,
The
the
temporary
temporary,
instruction permit?
yeah.
Okay,
And then I
because,
had done 2 of those because, they only last 6 months. And then I finally saved up to actually pay for the test and they paid for the test and turned it in.
okay,
They
gotcha.
might have sent it to the old address here in Ann Arbor because that's what I have on my old ID as my address.
They might have sent what to you?
My license to the
Okay,
Champaign address in Ann Arbor.
gotcha. And you have a new address.
Yes.
Okay, make sure to provide the new address to the court because we have the Champaign address. So what I'm showing right now is that your driver's license status, she's expired. Which is
Probably because the tips.
because the tip, right, expired.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get her license and everything. Okay, and you're just waiting for it to come in.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just adjourned it out in 2 weeks.
Right, hopefully. it'll-
Yeah. And hopefully we'll
And
be.
then I'll go check the old address too to see.
So I'll adjourn this out to January 22nd, 2025. I set it at 9 a.m. Keep in contact with your attorney.
And then
Regarding it, I will set the defendant's bond at a personal recognizance, $5,000 bond. Standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior, use of weapons, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. Okay. And I think that will do it. Okay. So, Ms. Streeter, next time you come down, courtrooms are open places.
Okay.
Okay. So even if you arrive early, you're more than welcome to sit in. All right.
to double check before.
All right. You take care, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's it for us. Okay, court stands in.